Hey everybody. So about a week or so ago, Cadence came out with a new table block, which is pretty cool. And I haven't had a chance to play around with it, so I thought I would just make a little video and talk about what I'm discovering with it. So I'm going to add a block here, and I'm going to add just a regular table. And this is like a default WordPress table. Okay, and then I'm going to add after that, a plus sign, a cadence table, and it's called Table Advanced, and you can tell it's a cadence table because it's blue. All right, so let me move me out of the way here in a good spot. Okay, so, sorry about that. Okay, so the regular table. Um, so you got the column count and the row count, just like in the cadence table. So let's make them the same. We'll change this one to 4 and create a table. It says 2 column table, and that's what you get. Okay. So on this one, um, here's what you get on the cadence one. All right, so let's see what we can do with the default WordPress one. Okay, we can do fixed width table cells. All right, we can either click that on or off. We can add a header section and a footer section. All right, I'm going to leave the footer off because I don't like the way that looks. Advanced, if we can put an anchor link on it. Okay, and for the styling, default, and it shows you a little pop out of what it looks like, and then stripes. And that just makes stripes in the background. Okay. We can color the text or the background. Let's just see what happens when we put a color in the background. Okay, we don't want that. You can change the typography. You can mess with the padding and margins a little bit. You can add a border. It's just I like to make these things red so I can see them. All right, so let's do 1 pixel red. Okay, so now when we put in a label, let's call this column 1, and we'll call this one column 2. All right, so we can add a color to the text. Fine. And let's see what else we can do. We can just add text in here. It looks like we're just going to go and type, I guess. Okay, so here's some text. Oop. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it here. All right, so we've got text in 2 columns. It doesn't look like I have any control here over changing this text. So let's see if I get anything here. No, there's nothing new there. Okay, so now let's try this cadence column. All right, right here we've got some stuff to look at. But first, let's go to the outer um area of the table. Okay, so there's the 4 rows, 2 columns. We can make the first row a header. Um, we could make the first column a header, which I don't want to do. Column width can be either auto width or we can choose a percentage. All right, column 2, same thing. We can choose a percentage or make them auto width. Sticky settings is a pro feature. Table sizing, we can set a max height and a max width. Um, this might be important in the mobile view. Let's see what a mobile view looks like. Yeah, mobile view. Well, actually, it looks pretty good there. So, okay. Not really sure what that's going to do for us. Okay, so I'm going to go back out to the desktop version. Okay, so this would be my column 1. And this would be my column 2. And here's some text. And copy that. And here's some text there. All right, so now one thing I'm noticing right away is I could put in an image if I want to, because it's telling me I can use different blocks in here. Let's just grab an image. Suppose I want that one. And I'm going to make that a small image. Okay. Now let's see if we can do that up here. All right, we can insert rows right there. That's interesting. I'm not seeing a way to put an image in here. Okay, so there's a drawback right there. Let's see, go back down here and we'll go out to the outside of this table. All right, and let's see, style, we can do a border and we'll make it 1 pixel. So that looks like that. So we can add padding to the cells. Typography, we'll make the text color blue, like up above. It doesn't seem like it is doing it. What's going on there? Oh, well, I can change the paragraphs. Okay, so I can make these different colors if I want. So I can make the text colors different. This is interesting. Because, it's good to have as much control as possible. All right, so there's some differences between the two blocks right now. And I could be missing something. There could be ways to make these the same. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Now I get a lot of different options when I click around here. The border, I can apply it only to the rows. So there's no border coming down there. I can add padding. I can align the text. Um, I can select a font family, header typography. I can mess with that. Row backgrounds, even odd, which is basically what they were doing up here. But I can tell which colors. So even rows can have that, and odd rows can have this if I want to. Doesn't look that great. I'm just to leave those white, but I have some, functionality there. Let's go back up here and see if we do stripes. I don't see a way to make those right now. Let me see. Just try this. Okay, I can change the stripes, but I don't have an option to change the white stripes, I don't think. Let me see. Um, It looks like maybe if I change my global colors, I think it's picking up the global colors. Let's see if I can do them red. Yeah, and then if I do this color, like a blue, nope, it's only doing the it's only using global colors. So I can only change like the odd rows, not both. Okay. Um, so if I come down to here, I'm wondering what all of these little symbols are doing. So here I am on the parent block. Okay, and if I come down here, and I've noticed that if you're clicking around over here, sometimes you can't get this symbol. Okay, so I don't know what this is going on here. It's a table row. That symbol is a table row. Okay, so in order to get that, and this must be a column. All right, so let's see if we can get the row. Yes, all right, so that selected the whole row. So I can even do a color on the row, and then I can do a hover color. All right, so that's how that would look. That's kind of cool. Row height, I can mess with that if I want to. Um, okay, let's go back to the column. Oh, and I can add a link. Um, and I can give it a color. All right, so I can give it the hover color. All right, so suppose this was a link. I'll just link it to site. Okay, so then if I hover over it, I get a different color. Interesting. So you can see all of the customization options I have with this. Let's see about links here. I can add a link to this one as well. But I don't see any way to change the colors or do anything with it. Dimensions, yeah, padding and margin. You can do a little bit with typography here. Appearance. Okay, well, it's kind of limited. And I don't see where you can change the font. No, I don't see a way to change the font. So interesting. So just in this one little experiment, I think that there's an awful lot that you can do with the Cadence blocks, and especially their new table block. And tables are difficult on to do on a page because you have to consider the mobile view. So they do need, you really have to look and see what's going on with them. But I think this translates pretty nicely. So I'm going to stick with the Cadence blocks.